Hi everyone and welcome to my place. Today I want to show you how to do something really cool and groovy with some roses that I've had lying around for about a week. There's still a bit of life left in them and I'm going to share with you how to get even more life out of them in a moment. I've got some persimmons. I've picked these because the little birds outside have decided that they might like a feed of them, and unfortunately they annoy me because all they do is peck at the odd one and then go on to the next one, so I thought I'll get them before they do. I've got a really lovely basket here and I'm looking at something that could be for fall or a beautiful autumn arrangement. So really easy to do, and let me just go back in time a wee bit and tell you how to get a bit more life out of your roses. Very easy. All you need to do is to fill a jug with, or a cup with, a couple of inches of boiling water, slant cut your roses, put a little bit of something like a handy towel around there, put the water into the jug, put your freshly cut roses into the jug of water and just leave them until it cools down. And normally what happens, fingers crossed that it's not too hot and you've got all the conditions right, they'll all sort of like sit up again. And the reason I've used the tissue paper around there is so that the steam doesn't actually interfere with the roses, because sometimes that steam can burn them and that can make them go brown very quickly. But it's going to extend the life out of these for probably another couple of days, and that's really all I need, because what we're going to do today is a table arrangement or just something standalone, something nice using what nature has provided and before the birds get it. So into the basket here I've got just the large O bowl, and I've just put a couple of bits of foam into here. Because I'm using 2 cut blocks, I just want to show you that you can still use those. You don't have to use the exact size all the time. I've just used this tape here, marvellous tape, and it's called Oasis Fix. And the great thing about this is it actually sticks onto itself and will keep that in position quite firmly. You can go the other way if you wanted to. You could go around this way, but for today it doesn't really matter, because once I've made this it's just going to sit on my table surface, so it's not going to be travelling anywhere and there's no need for me to do that. Okay, so that goes into there. I've got some branches here with some lovely leaves onto them, and the reason I'm using the O bowl inside the basket is because I'm using the branch here. I need that to be, I need the support on either side, because they are heavy and it may fall out of that just on its own. So pushing those right into there, and I've pushed that in about a good 2 inches so that it is firmly anchored into there. And it's like every other arrangement that we do, whatever you do on one side, just imagine that there's a mirror through there and you've just got to put the same amount of weight on the other side. So push that into there. I am going to have issues, so just make sure that that is about the same length. If there's a little bit more over there, don't worry, because this is going to be sort of like a raw organic type of arrangement. So as long as I've sort of kind of balanced, I'm fine. Get all your long bits in first, and if there are any bits that are damaged, just cut those bits off, and that can just sit there. I'm not worrying either about the leaf being the wrong way, because as I said, it's organic, it's a bit rough, it's a bit raw, it's just been picked and just all assembled together. Take that bit off there, and I've got one over there, so I'm just going to put that into there. Now I am going to have difficulty when I get into the middle, but hopefully we can solve that little issue as we go along. Right, I've got one more left that's on a branch, so I'm just going to take that in just a little bit further, and then with these bits here with the leaves in, I'm just going to plonk those in and around like so, just sort of layering those up to cover as much of that foam as I can, because don't forget that the foam is just a medium in which to hold the flowers. It has no artistic merits other than that. Another couple of bits into there so that that's covering up over there. I've got another bit there, and even though they're a little bit wilted because I picked them several hours ago, by the time they get into the wet foam it should be fine. Yes, we will use that bit there because I've still got a little bit in there that I need to cover. You will find if you put too many of your horizontal branches in too far that it will become a little bit like that and difficult to work with. So just bear in mind when you're pushing your materials into your foam. Now I've got a couple here. I'm going to bring those in because I put that bit over there, which has made it a bit lopsided. So this is how you can actually, work out what is a physical and actual balance by does it sit nicely without falling over. Put that one into there. So I'm just and see what I mean by, I have to be, because those horizontal branches are going in like that, I am going to have a bit of difficulty, but I've got quite a big thick piece of foam, so I should get away with that. Now that one there, I'm just going to leave there on the table surface because that's another really lovely way of extending your design. Now to get these into here, what I'm going to do is just get a satay stick and stick that into the fruit. It's a clean one, so hopefully we'll be able to eat that because we don't want to be wasting. It goes into there, and basically just get all of your big heavy forms in first, and if there's that bit of leaf there, I've just lifted that and put that into there so that I'm getting a bit more dimension with my design. That one there, and it's already starting to tip over, so I just know that I have to actually fix that by putting in another, anchoring it in with another one of my big heavy persimmons, bring that down into there. And then I'll just bring this into there. And if you want to eat these, do remember to use fresh sticks. Right, now in with the roses. This is looking really good. I love designs like this as if it's just been picked and then put together. Right, let's look at the roses. Oh yeah, they're looking lovely, those wee roses. And I think that if you're ever stuck with wanting to know what colours go with what, look at your big main component, which is the persimmon, and then what would go with that in regard to the same colourway, like a monochromatic harmony. Cut that off there. And I'm just going, because the roses are sort of kind of on their last legs, I'm just going to put those in quite short. And remember, if you've been following me with floral design, remember that the shorter the length of the rose, the longer the rose will last, because it doesn't have so much of a stem length to suck up to get the moisture right to the top. That bit there, I'll just put that into there. And if you're also stuck on wondering where to place them, just group them into little wee sort of mounded groups. And I've put these at all different sizes so that we've got this lovely flat bed down there so that the roses just appear like they're just coming out of the design. And by cutting that off there, that also gives me another couple of stems to put in. Go into there, that can go into there, so that's a little bit higher. And I've got that one there, which I'll put into there like so. Lovely, lovely, simple, easy designing. Now, when I look at that little rose there, it's sort of starting to bend down. So what I'll do is I'll put that into there so that it actually follows that contour and runs down over the persimmon. And with these little roses here, they're sort of still part of the same colourway. I'll just put those into a little group at this end here. How easy is this? Loving it. And I've got a little group there, so I'm just going to bring a group of those over to there, and hopefully this one here is going to fall down through there. It is. Oops. I told you you'd have difficulty. I'm having a bit of difficulty, but that's all right. Cut that little branch off there because you don't need it. So I've got a grouping here, a grouping there, and then let's just follow that through with that little group there. How easy is that? Really lovely autumn or fall arrangement. Won't last for very long, but at least I get to do something else with those roses. Hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed sharing, and I will see you another day.